First things first, I want to say a couple things about foundation. I like to think about 3 methods when I'm applying foundation, and one is applying it with a beauty blender, which is my absolute favorite method to apply foundation. The second method is using a brush. I'm trying to find my brush here. This is the Artiste Oval 7, but you can use any sort of foundation brush. And lastly are your fingers. So if you use any of these methods, I think you will apply your foundation nicely. But another thing I do want to say is that usually foundation will only apply best using one of those methods. So if you try foundation with a beauty blender and you're like, this is just not working, try brush. If that doesn't work, try your fingers. If that doesn't work, that foundation's just not going to work for you. I'm sorry to say it, but it's not a good foundation. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is just trying out a new foundation and seeing how it applies and how it wears throughout the day. The foundation I'm going to be testing out is a Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion Oil-Free Foundation. And I have the shade 105 here, and hopefully it's going to be light enough for my extremely pale skin tone. So I'm going to be using a beauty blender to apply it because, like I said, it's my favorite method to apply a foundation. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to begin by priming half of my face, just to see if a primer is going to affect the wear time of the foundation or the ease of application. So I'm going to be using the Nivea Men's Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. This was such a gimmicky product, I feel like, when it first started getting popular because of NikkieTutorials on YouTube. But honestly, it's good. Like, it's really good. Like, for me, it helps a lot of my makeup to stay on a lot longer. So here I am applying half my face. Let's go ahead and start applying foundation. I'm so excited. I love trying out new foundation. It's probably one of my favorite things in makeup, foundation. Not necessarily the colorful stuff like eyeshadow, but the foundations and concealers really get me going. So let's just start applying it. So I'm going to apply it straight to the beauty blender and then just start dabbing it onto my skin. So right off the bat, I just kind of applied it, as you guys can see, right to my beauty blender. I'm just going to start on the prime side and start blending it in. The color match seems to be pretty good. If anything, it's a little dark, but, well, actually it looks pretty good. But as you guys can see, maybe a little dark. And a beauty blender is applying it very nicely. So I'm not going to switch methods at all. If it wasn't applying it well, I would probably switch. Okay, so that is one layer of foundation on the primed side of my face. So now I'm going to do the unprimed side. My hair is in my face. And you always want to blend it down your neck, just to make it look a little bit more natural. Okay, this is like heavy. It's like getting all up in my hairline. I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm done with the initial layer of foundation. Right off the bat, I will say that, I don't know, it looks a little, it looks a little cakey. I don't know what it is about it that's just like not vibing with me right now. Let me like really like get up here in this mirror and look. So straight off the bat, some things that I did notice is that it is accentuating my pores. I have larger pores on my nose and like right here. So it is kind of accentuating those up close. Also, it is accentuating my like peach fuzz on my face. I know that sounds really strange, but it's almost like it's getting caught in the peach fuzz because it's kind of getting caught in my hairline too, which obviously is not ideal. And the third thing I will notice, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this too, is that it's not full coverage. I mean, I'm kind of breaking out right now, and it's just not quite covering, obviously, what I would want it to. I want it to cover up everything. So far, I'm not like the biggest fan of this. Also, the fact that this is their lightest color, and it still isn't, I mean, you guys can definitely see that. Like, I can see that you guys can see that this is a lot darker than my neck. It's not the worst I've ever seen. For example, the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation from the drugstore, really great price. Everyone's always going on about it, but even their lightest shade is seriously so dark for me. So I think that's something that a lot of drugstore brands can work on, and I'll probably talk about this more on my channel as I do more videos. But a lot of drugstore foundations, they are missing a lot of shades. Either too dark, they don't have shades that are dark enough, shades that are too light enough. And that's like the one flaw I feel like with drugstore foundations. You're just not getting a good variety. So, I mean, I'm not like it's not so noticeable that if I was just walking around, people would be like, whoa, her foundation is way too dark. But it is something that I notice and that I would rather have, obviously, a little bit more of a good color match. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face makeup, and then I will come back and talk to you guys in just a second. Okay, so the rest of my face makeup, all the cream products basically are finished on my face. I will say that because the foundation is a lot darker than foundations that I'm used to, my concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair, would usually work with my skin as a like concealing acne, but because this foundation's a lot darker, it actually turned out to look a lot lighter than I was thinking it would. So awkward on my part about that, but that's okay. I will get through the day with a very highlighted under eye area. That's okay. I will check in with you guys throughout the day, maybe once at night, I think, just to let you guys know how the foundation wore on my face. I will say that my skin is combination, which means that in some areas my skin is really dry, and in some areas my skin is a little more oily. I would say my nose is like my oily area, and so is my chin. And I usually lose foundation the fastest on my nose. So we will see if this foundation can take all of that. So since it's an oil-free foundation, which leads me to think that it would be more of an oily skinned person. Kind of read you guys what it says in the back of the foundation, just to kind of give you guys what an idea this kind of foundation is. It says, one simple step for a flawless natural look that lasts all day. The formula blends easily to even skin tone and reduces shine all day. So yeah, this is for more of an oily skinned person. But I have combination skin, so I would say I'm lucky that I have combination skin because I can use foundations that are meant for dry skin and foundations that are meant for oily skin, so this should work for me regardless. Obviously it says oil-free, won't clog pores. I would say that it didn't necessarily clog my pores, but it did accentuate them a little bit on my like nose and under eye area a little bit. And then it says suitable for sensitive skin. I don't have sensitive skin, so I can't really tell you guys about that. But if you do have sensitive skin and you have tried this, definitely like leave a comment down below so everyone knows. And then also it says it lasts all day. Quite the claim. So we will see if this does in fact last all day. I would say all day would be a good 8 hours. Realistically, that's probably how long the average person has on a foundation, 8 to 12 hours. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. So I will keep you guys updated and hopefully this goes well. Bye guys. Okay guys, I'm back for a little bit of a check-in. As you guys know, I'm doing the first impressions on this Covergirl foundation. So it's about 1:30 right now, and I put this on at about 9 o'clock this morning. And I just want to let you guys know that it actually is wearing really, really nicely. It doesn't, like I said earlier, I still think that it's too dark for me, so that's kind of like throwing me off a little bit. Other than that, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of just wearing off. I guess it is right here around my nostril area, which is kind of where a lot of foundations wear off of me. Also, I was wearing glasses earlier and they kind of left a mark on my skin, but that happens with every foundation. I've tried at least. So overall, I like this foundation, but I'm not in love with it. I don't think I would ever choose this foundation over Some of my favorites, like my Hourglass foundation, or even my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. That's a really inexpensive foundation, and it's a lot better than this one, honestly. So yeah, it just looks like I have a lot of foundation on, and I don't love that look. So yeah, and I'll check in with you guys before I take it off tonight, just to tell you guys how it looked through the rest of the day. So we'll see you later. All right, hey guys, this is my final check-in for the foundation. As you guys can see, I'm in my comfy clothes and I have my hair up and stuff. But it's about 9 o'clock at night. And yeah, I've worn this foundation for a good 12 hours, so I feel like that's pretty good testing time to see how this foundation would wear. So I just kind of want to show you guys how it's worn. If you guys can tell, it's still on, it still looks good. So I would say this is it's pretty long wearing foundation, so at the end of the day, let's go through all the things it said it would do, and let's see if it did it. So oil-free, obviously I can't really test that. Won't clog pores. I didn't notice, won't clog pores. I didn't notice that it clogged my pores. Like I said, I felt that it kind of accentuated my pores a little bit more than my favorite foundations did. It's suitable for sensitive skin. Like I said, don't have sensitive skin, but it hasn't affected my skin at all. Like I said, actually, it still looks pretty good for having been on for 12 hours, so I'm impressed. And then lasts all day. I can affirm that it lasts all day. So my final, I feel like, message with this foundation is that it's a good foundation if you have, I would say, a little bit darker than my skin tone, because like I said, this foundation, I mean, it's just not quite light enough, but it's pretty close. So yeah, I would say if you have oily skin, I mean, I don't have oily skin, but this didn't really, my nose is a little bit oily, so yeah. I actually really liked this foundation, and I'm excited to use it a little bit more. Maybe next time I'll try it with a brush, see how it applies, then maybe with my fingers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any foundations you'd like me to try, go ahead and list them down in the comments, and I will try to get going on those reviews for you guys. Like always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos like this one. See you guys later. Bye.